Good morning, Bryce Taylor. Well, 3 o'clock in the morning, I got woken up and God was talking to me about intercessors and the intercessory ministry. He gave me a picture. He showed me an old-time steam locomotive, and in the boiler room was the person stoking the steam locomotive with coal. And I said, Lord, what's this got to do with the intercessory ministry? And he said to me, well, it's the stoker, the person that feeds the boiler with coal that keeps this thing rolling. And I went, wow. So the evangelist and the pastor and the teacher and the prophet and the apostle, they get all the limelight, yet you hardly ever hear about the intercessor in church ministry. Admittedly, it's not part of the fivefold ministry, but it's definitely a gift given by God of people who intercede for the church and intercede for the people of the church and ministries and nations at times. Well, the Lord also showed me that steam train was capable of carrying about 2,000 people. So whenever we see a vehicle, a mode of transport in this sort of manner, it always talks about the size of the ministry. So the size of an intercessory ministry is usually between 2,000 and 4,000 people, because a big train can carry 4,000 people. Now that's a huge ministry. These unsung heroes, let's call them, the intercessors that are undergirding the church, providing the engine room with power. Amazing. Why would God pick predominantly older ladies in the intercessory ministry? Well, because they understand what it is to be pregnant. Many of them are feeling pregnant right now, pregnant with the new shift, the change in the church, the shift that so many are talking about, away from big, large, mega church gatherings to more intimate, more where all of the gifts are being used. Interesting. Pregnant grandmas. It's a funny thing to think about, isn't it? Pregnant grandmas. They're amazing. They know what it is to intercede and pray for their grandchildren. Man, if you've got a praying grandmother, you're in a good place. You're in a good place with a praying grandma. What came to my mind, I'm just having a look at my notes, by the way. What came to my mind in this time with God around the intercessory ministry was Reinhard Bonnke. Now, Reinhard was dying in Africa. I think it was malaria or some such thing, but he was dying. And the night that his mother interceded for him and broke the power of that infirmity off his life, she saved his life. And without that intercessory prayer, we wouldn't have had Reinhard. And we wouldn't have had the ministry that is Reinhard Bonnke. Amazing. Millions of people saved. Amazing man. Wonderful man of God. So I'm just giving a big up today. My shout out today is to the intercessors, the intercessory ministry. We're all called to intercede. We're all called to pray. But there are people that have got a special gift in that. And what I saw right at the end of this time with God, he showed me a picture, was the old-fashioned telephone exchange. And the wires coming out and going in. And you could see maybe 20 girls all sitting at a big switchboard putting wires in and out. And that's sort of how the intercessory ministry operates. God provides stuff for the intercessor to pray over and in and through. And they're amazing. So that's it for me today. My shout out and my big up for the intercessors, the grandmas out there that are slaving away at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning because I've been in meetings where I've pulled out women and the Holy Ghost has said to me, these people are intercessors. And how I introduce myself to them, I'm a bit cheeky. I say to them, oh, you're one of the 3 o'clock squad. And they light up and they go, how did you know? And of course, we know that that's the time that usually between 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, God wakes them up and gives them a a list of things that he wants them to pray through. So God bless you. I'm so grateful for you. If you do happen to be one of those and you could add me to your list, I'd be very grateful. I've got some intercessors praying over my ministry at the moment, but never before do we need some covering from the intercessors in our ministry, Freedom for You. So thank you very much for listening to me. This is the landscape version of the broadcast. There's also a portrait version now, so we're going in two ways across the internet to see if we can increase the reach. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Bryce Taylor, freedomforyou.co.nz.